Have you ever felt invisible to the women you're attracted to? You try your best, nice conversations, dressing well, maybe even being extra polite, but somehow she still doesn't see you the way you want her to. As the famous saying goes, attraction is not a choice. Women don't decide who they feel drawn to. It happens naturally when a man embodies certain rare qualities. Here's the truth. Attraction isn't just about looks, money, or status. It's about something deeper. Qualities that only a rare 2% of men truly understand. If you've ever wondered why some men naturally draw women in while others struggle to get noticed, then keep watching. Today I'll reveal the 5 powerful traits that make a man unforgettable in a woman's eyes. Master these, and you'll never feel ignored again. Let's dive in. Lesson 1. The power of scent. Have you ever been around someone who smelled bad? It's hard to ignore, right? Poor hygiene or a strong, unpleasant scent can turn people away instantly, especially women. Even if you dress well and have a great personality, a bad smell can ruin everything. Most men don't think about this. They either don't wear any fragrance at all or overdo it with too much cologne. Both are mistakes. A bad or overpowering scent can make a woman avoid getting close to you. There's a saying, people will forget what you said, but they will never forget how you made them feel. Scent plays a big role in that feeling. A woman might forget your words, but if your scent makes her feel comfortable and attracted, she'll remember you long after you've left. The solution is simple. Shower daily and always use deodorant. Even if you're in a hurry, skipping this step is not an option. Wear fresh clothes every day because even if you're clean, dirty clothes can carry bad smells. Choose a good cologne, something subtle and masculine. Don't overdo it. Apply just enough so that it's noticeable only when she's close. Most importantly, be consistent with your scent. When a woman associates a certain smell with you, she'll think of you whenever she encounters it. A man who smells clean, fresh, and unique is instantly more attractive. This small change can make a big difference in how women see you. Now let's move on to the next trait that makes men stand out. Lesson 2. Being unpredictable. Have you ever noticed how relationships can start off exciting, but slowly become routine and boring? In the beginning, everything feels fresh. New conversations, spontaneous dates, surprises. But over time, many men fall into predictable patterns. Same dates, same conversations, same routines. And when things become too predictable, attraction fades. Women don't want a relationship that feels like a daily routine. They crave excitement, a sense of adventure, and a man who can keep them on their toes. There's a reason people say, variety is the spice of life. It keeps things interesting, fresh, and exciting. The same applies to relationships. If a woman can predict everything you'll do, where's the excitement? The men who stand out, the ones women feel deeply drawn to, are the ones who know how to break the routine and keep things interesting. The key is to add small elements of unpredictability to your life. Plan a spontaneous weekend trip instead of the usual dinner date. Send her a message she wouldn't expect in the middle of the day. Try a new activity together instead of doing the same things over and over. You don't need to be unpredictable in a chaotic or unreliable way, but you should be someone who brings excitement and keeps things fresh. A woman wants to feel like life with you will never be dull. A man who can balance stability with excitement is irresistible. He makes a woman feel like every day with him is an adventure. If you can do this, she'll never get bored, and she'll always be drawn to you. Now let's move on to the next trait that sets men apart. Lesson 3. Listening to understand. Have you ever been in a conversation where someone is clearly just waiting for their turn to speak instead of truly listening to what you have to say? It's frustrating, right? Women often experience this when men listen just to respond, not to understand. If you're only half listening, focusing on what you're going to say next rather than truly hearing her, she'll notice, and it will make her feel disconnected. When women talk, they want to feel heard, not just talked at. They crave a man who can listen without interrupting or offering advice immediately. There's a saying, The most basic of all human needs is the need to understand and be understood. This is especially true in relationships. A woman feels closer to a man who listens with intention, who shows genuine interest in what she's saying. When you listen carefully, you show that you respect her thoughts and emotions, and you build a deeper emotional connection. So, how can you become a better listener? First, give her your full attention. Put down your phone, stop thinking about what you want to say next, and focus on what she's saying. Don't interrupt or jump in with solutions right away. Let her express herself fully. The key is to listen to understand, not to respond. This simple act of truly hearing her can make her feel seen and valued, and it will create an emotional bond that words alone can't build. A man who listens to understand creates trust and intimacy. When you genuinely listen, you set yourself apart from the majority of men who don't take the time to do so. Now let's move on to the next trait that makes you stand out. Lesson 4. Taking care of appearance. Have you ever walked into a room and noticed how some people seem to instantly stand out? Not because they're the loudest or the most outgoing, but because they simply look well put together? It's not about being the best dressed person in the room, but it's about taking care of yourself in a way that shows you value who you are and how you present yourself. When you look good, you feel good, and that energy is contagious. As the saying goes, you never get a second chance to make a first impression. The way you present yourself matters more than you might think. Women notice when a man takes care of his appearance. It doesn't have to be about expensive clothes or being fashionable. It's about looking clean, well-groomed, and put together. A man who takes the time to care for his appearance shows that he respects himself, and that sends a powerful message. So how can you improve your appearance? Start with the basics. Maintain good hygiene, keep your hair neat, and make sure your clothes fit well. You don't need a designer wardrobe. Just make sure your clothes are clean, fit properly, and reflect confidence. A well-groomed man who takes pride in his appearance instantly stands out, giving off a vibe of self-respect and maturity. A man who looks like he's got his life together is more attractive, not because of his clothes or his style, but because he shows he cares about himself. And that level of self-respect is incredibly appealing to women. Now let's move on to the next lesson about a powerful trait that women find irresistible. Serenity. Lesson 5. Passion is magnetic. Have you ever met someone who talks about their work, their hobbies, or their dreams with such energy and excitement that you can't help but feel drawn to them? Passion is contagious. When someone is genuinely passionate about something, it shows. They light up, they're more engaging, and they radiate an energy that others can't help but be attracted to. The same goes for relationships. Women are drawn to men who are passionate about life and the things that matter to them. There's a quote that says, "Passion is energy. Feel the power that comes from focusing on what excites you." When you have passion, whether it's for your career, your hobbies, or even your relationship, it shows in everything you do. A man who is passionate about something is a man who is alive with purpose and energy. This type of drive is magnetic because it signals that you don't just exist, you live with intention. So how can you show your passion? It starts with investing time in the things you truly care about. Don't just go through the motions. Put your heart into your work, your hobbies, and even your relationship. Be enthusiastic about what you do and let that energy spill over into how you interact with others. Passion isn't just about being intense, it's about being engaged with life in a way that excites others to join you on that journey. A passionate man doesn't settle for mediocrity. His energy is infectious, and women are naturally drawn to that. When you live with passion, it brings depth and excitement to your relationships. Now let's move on to the next trait that will make you irresistible. Now we are about the video. Now it is time to change your life. Write down a comment and say that you want to change your life, no matter how difficult it is to change. I will read each of them. Your comment features one of the best comments in our channel. If you want a daily dose of unfiltered motivation, subscribe to our channel.